All right, today we're just maxing out a bunch of stuff. Gonna max. I guess it's not a true max because my all time PR is 315 for snatch, but my goal today is 280. I haven't snatched a lot in the last month, so I'm not really like, it just if you aren't snatching regular, I'm snatching once a week, so I've snatched like 3 times in the last 3 weeks. So that's what we're working with. But I think I have 280 in me. I have a nice tear on my finger, if you can see that. So I'm going to be using straps. And then after that, I want to hit a 460 Zercher. I hit 440 last week. And it was like first time I'd done it in a year. And I definitely had more in the tank. And I think I got it today, 460. So I think that's about close to 210 kgs. And then I want to hit 505 on the mid stance deadlift for 6 or 7 reps. So that's the plan today. If I get time, I will probably bench as well. And I might hit a heavy single because it's just one of those days. Some days I just do this because free will. And then also it just makes me excited to lift on a Saturday. Sometimes I'd rather just take a nap, even though I don't really need a nap right now. Sometimes I'd just rather do that. So by maxing out, I get jazzed. So let's do this. So I'm not much of like an extensive warm-up guy. Usually I just kind of move and like squat and kick and twist until the joints that feel stiff do not feel stiff. And then, I just kind of go from there. I usually take large jumps, like decently large jumps when I snatch. Just kind of how I've done it. I don't know if my warm-up is something I would definitely recommend somebody doing. It works for me. That doesn't mean it will work for you. Operation Natty Clydesdale, I plan on testing my 10-meter fly, my vertical, and specifically my power clean, maybe my bench at the end of March. So first weekend of April, if you know Will Rattel, he doesn't live too far from me, about 3 hours. So planning on going and getting a workout in with him. He's much stronger than me. So we'll just kind of test these out, see how well I hang. It should be fun. Get the blood flowing. Other than the weight I want to hit, I'm just going to try to hit a nice bottom position. For whatever reason, mine has become much more high than it used to be when I was younger. So obviously hit 280, but then also catch it in a nice position in the bottom. Okay, first snatches of the day. Probably do 2 or 3, maybe 4. Ugh. Stiff. Ugh. Ugh. A nice little cue that I try to think of also is like making that second part of the pull off the ground, the second, third pull, that acceleration, strong off the floor, and kind of like pedal to the middle after the knee. So 185 pounds, probably like, 80 or 90 kilos. I'm not a communist, so it's a joke. Me not being a communist is not the joke. Kilos being a communist number is the joke. For any of you who might be a little slow. I'm listening to I'm Blue, Dabba Dee Dabba Die. I think that's how it goes. Yeah. Yatta. All right, this is 225, 102 kgs. This is a good way to kind of figure out where I'm at. Problem is not the strength, it's the technique and also the perkiness for me, like the speed off the ground. Those things benefit from regular training, specifically this lift. I've not been doing that. Yep. Yeah. Okay, switching to singles. 245. It's around 210 kgs. A little warm. It's probably good. Whatever. All right, this is 260. I'll go 260, 270, 280. What's cool about the number 280 is a year ago, that was just like 10 pounds under my all-time PR. My PR last year at this time was 290. So if I could hit 280 with virtually no training, that's a really good sign for when I start Olympic lifting consistently again. 320, 330, hopefully will fall shortly after. Yeah! It was good. All right, we got Sandstorm on. Great song to lift to. Wish I could share it, but alas, copyright laws. So, can't win them all. But I'm going to hit this 270 like butter. Let's go 280, baby. 280. I'm listening to Cotton Eye Joe. I don't know why, but this song just kind of gets me going in all the right ways. Maybe it's a white Midwestern man thing. I don't know, but I like it. Okay, let's... Yes! That was so stupid easy, man. Let's go. I like it. All right, here's a tip for Zercher squats, okay? Firstly, the place where you rest the barbell should be, feel your kneecap. You should feel some tendon, and it goes up into the muscle. It should be in the muscle just above that, okay? And then secondly, okay, I like my hands inside. I feel like transition-wise, it's much smoother, okay? So I'm down here. One thing I see people do, and for whatever reason, the internet thinks this is better form, but it's highly inefficient form for the Zercher squat, okay? Is they'll get it here, and then they'll keep the bar out here in front of them. And what you have to realize is you're strongest when your center of mass is as close to that weight as possible. So that means that you get that bar here, and then you get your hips underneath, and yes, you will round a little bit, but it's weird because my back actually feels really good after doing these. So don't get too scared about it. Obviously, listen to your body. If it's feeling good, then it's good. If it feels bad, maybe chill out, go back to lighter weight. But you get your hips underneath, and then you finish here. You'll be much stronger, and similar to how a trap bar deadlift is more advantageous because you're just pulling that weight right through your midline of your, what's it called? Your center of gravity. The midline of your center of gravity, you scoop your hips in, and you'll get that right under the bar. You'll lock it out like a champ. Let's do this. That hip, woo! you'll be strong. Also, I like having my arms like this. Feels almost like a gable grip. If you do grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, you gable grip the crap out of it. Feels very secure, less taxing on the biceps, and I don't get bruised. Okay, we have 335 on the bar. No, sorry, that last one was 335. This one is 385. I'm gonna toss on the belt. I like the thicker belt for these because it just feels good. Also, if I need to like hook it, use a little bit of that to hang on to it, then it just feels a little better. I feel like it's slipping in the crooks of my arms, in part because of this plush wool sweater, so I might have to do something different other than this, but we'll see. Okay, this is 405. I stripped down to bare-chestedness because I just don't want to miss it because of a slippery sweater. It is like 26 degrees out right now in American. So just boost the test, man. We're gonna yoink this. I gotta change my music to something a little harder when I Zercher, because this is just the mindset that needs to be activated. Dang it, dude. What the heck's going on? We'll figure it out. I just need to focus. I can't talk before the lift. I have to be in the zone. Woo. This 505 AMRAP, baby. Holy crap. Wow. Oof. Oofta. Oof. I like it. Let's do one heavy single to finish it off. I'm just gonna yank this off the ground as hard as I can. That is my one goal and mission. Rip it off the ground. Oh, so slow. Oh, but that's okay. We're good. All right, it was a good day of training. Hit the numbers I wanted to. Nap time is over though, so now I gotta go back to being a family man. So, rock on, get after it. Thanks for watching. Peace.